Hi everyone, we're going to graph this function. We're going to find the inverse and graph both f and f inverse. Find the domain of f inverse, and we're going to check by composition of functions. So basically we're going to change this to y. Switch the x and the y. So now we have our inverse. However, we need to solve for y. So we cross multiply, and we have x times y plus 2 equals 4, and this would be xy plus 2x equals 4. So we're going to subtract the 2x and then divide by x. And this is your inverse. Okay? You can see here where the domain here, x cannot be 0. We'll talk about that in a minute. And this one here, the x cannot be -2. And that will show up later. Alright, so let's do the check. We're going to verify that f with f inverse of x should equal x. So we put f, and f inverse is 4 minus 2x over x. And so I'm going to write down my f function, and that's going to be 4 over x plus 2. So my x is going to be that, 4 minus 2x over x plus 2. Again, we have this situation where we have this x here. So we do this little algebra trick and multiply both the numerator and the denominator by x. And distribute here. The numerator just becomes 4x. What happens in the denominator is this is going to cross out with this one when you distribute the first time. So you just get 4 minus 2x. And then when you multiply these two together, you get plus 2x. So these two cancel, and you get 4x over 4, which equals x. So that checks. That's what we want it to do. And let's do the other way. We're going to have f inverse composed with f of x. So we have f inverse, and my f of x is 4 over x plus 2. My inverse is 4 minus 2 of x over x. So what I'm inputting is this for my x. 4 over x plus 2, 4 over x plus 2. I'm going to do the algebra trick and multiply my numerator and my denominator by x plus 2. When I distribute this first part, we have 4 times x plus 2 minus 2, and what will happen when you distribute here, this cancels. So this is going to leave you with 4. Now the denominator is a little easier. These two cancel, so you're just left with 4. So let's see what happens. We're going to get 4x plus 8 minus 8 over 4. These cancel, and 4x over 4 equals x. The domain of f equals the range of f inverse. So remember, the domain of f was all real numbers except -2. And for the range, we have the range of f equals the domain of f inverse. And recall that was all real numbers, but except 0. All right. Now we're going to graph these, and we're going to go ahead and graph f, which was see if I can get it over here. F of x equals 4 over x plus 2. I find the easiest way to graph these is to notice that we're going to have a vertical asymptote at x equals -2, and I'm going to draw that. We also have a horizontal asymptote at y equals 0, so this is x equals 2. We have a horizontal asymptote at y equals 0 because the degree in the numerator is less than the degree in the denominator. We also have this 4 here. I'm going to act like this is my new center. And remember, we had the video that we just did 2 videos ago, that I think it was part 5, where we had one that was very simple. We're just going to go over 1, up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, we're on the wrong side. Over 1, up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me erase this. This is positive. And we're going to go over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, up 1. So it kind of spreads out a little. It gets away from the origin. And I'm going to do from here, go over 1, down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, down 1. So it's going to be like this. And I'm using the asymptotes to help frame my graph. There's just too many fractions in this one. So that's F. So the blue one is F. Now for the inverse, we had, if I rewrite it, the inverse was, let's see where I can put it over here. So the inverse is 4 over x minus 2. So this is a shift down by 2. That means my horizontal asymptote is shifting down by 2. So I'm going to go down by 2, 1, 2, and draw a horizontal asymptote at y equals -2. My vertical asymptote, because of this, is x can't be 0. We have one at x equals 0. Now it gets kind of, you got to be very visual here. So I'm looking at the purple, and here's my origin. We're still going to do the 4 thing, so we're going to go from over 1 up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Did I do that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, up 1. And use the purple asymptotes to help guide your graph. Try to ignore the other ones, which I have a hard time doing. This is your F inverse. We also have to do it here, so we can go over 1, down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then go over 4 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 1. And use the purple lines to help graph. And I forgot to draw my y equals x, and it should go through all of this, so I'll try to make it work. So there's your y equals x line. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.